October, and if you're like me, Christmas is on your mind. For me, October is an exciting month, not because of Halloween, but because it means Christmas is coming. But with Christmas, that means spending a lot of money. So do I have the best video for you today? I did a video like this last year, so I'll put that link in the description down below, and you seem to love it. Today's video, I am giving you my top 20 tips to help you save money for Christmas 2023. We know groceries, fuel, it's just through the roof, these prices, and it's hard to keep up. And we don't want to cut corners at Christmas, or at least we don't want to feel the impact of cutting corners. So I have 20 tried and true amazing tips that I personally use to help my family and I keep the cost of Christmas to a minimum while still having the best, most festive time ever. So if this interests you, you are in the right place. Welcome to my channel. My name is Angela, and I like to do videos and all things about shopping to find you the very best products at the very best price. And I love Christmas. It is my most favorite time of year. It's the most wonderful time of year. And you are in the right place because I am gonna help you have the best Christmas possible while staying on budget. Okay, I have 20 tips. And for me, tip number 1 and tip number 20 are some of the most important tips. You're gonna have to stay to the end of the video. But tip number 1 is to don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself to buy all the gifts for everybody, from the person who loads your groceries to the person who helps you cross the street. No, not everybody expects a gift. And I know I do this and I put such pressure on myself, but everybody likes a simple card. Not everybody needs a gift, and everybody will understand. So tip number 1, take that pressure off of yourself, sweetie. Okay, tip number 2 is just like Santa Claus himself says, he's making a list and he's checking it twice. Girl, get that pen out, get that piece of paper out, make your list and check it twice. From gifts, to parties, to hosting, to decorating, to clothing, to gift wrap, make a list of everything you know you need to purchase this Christmas in order to have the jolliest holiday possible. So then tip number 3 is to now sit down with your family and make a list. And what I mean by make a list with your family is make a list of what is important to your family to have the best Christmas possible. And it's kind of fun too. So I'm gonna do this with my family. I'm gonna make a Christmas night out of it. We're gonna get in our cozy jammies, we're gonna turn on some Christmas music, and we're gonna reminisce about last Christmas. We're gonna look at pictures, we're gonna remind ourselves what we loved, and maybe what we're just holding on to because it's tradition. So if there's maybe like a huge activity that costs a lot of money that maybe your family doesn't even really like anymore and you're just doing it because it's tradition, maybe that's a perfect chance to cut corners or make a new tradition that maybe might not cost as much. Okay, tip number 4 is to now you are gonna plan out what your Christmas is going to look like. Grab a calendar, grab your piece of paper, grab a pencil, and first of all, write down the dates that you know are gonna be happening, like Christmas concerts, parties, whatever it is. And then fill in the blanks from your family's list about what they really want to do. Like for my little one, her number 1 thing every year is to make a gingerbread house. She loves building Kit Kat log cabin. If you don't know what that is, check out my old Christmas videos, and maybe I'll put the playlist down below. She likes baking cookies, all of those like really fun experiences. So I need to make sure that those are on my list. Also, what's really important in my family is going to see the Christmas lights. So there's a couple things that are non-negotiables for us. So I'm gonna plan out what our Christmas is gonna look like. Now that we've done those exercises, now comes the tough part. We are now going to make a budget. We know what our Christmas is gonna look like. We know the things we need to do at Christmas, the things we need to buy at Christmas time. Now we're gonna make a budget, and we're gonna break it down by category. And these categories are now gonna be our footprint, our blueprint for the perfect Christmas ever, and stay within your budget. I heard this really great tip. I said it last year, I'm gonna say it again. Christmas is one day out of the year. You don't need to go into debt for one day out of the year. For me, it's about like the build up, and it's the feeling, and it's the nostalgia, and it's the music and the smells and the sights. that's what Christmas is about. It isn't necessarily like, do I have like the coolest dress and the best clothes and the best gifts under the tree? No, that's not what Christmas is about. So make that budget. Don't go into debt, stick to your budget. Tip number 6, this is actually a really fun tip that I've started already. And it's every time you go to a grocery store, pick up an extra gift card. And not just a grocery store either. Maybe it's a store that you know you always buy gifts from. I am a huge lover of Winners and HomeSense, and I buy so many gifts from there. So every time I go, I'll pick up an extra like $25 gift card, or maybe grocery stores, an extra $25, $50 here and there. I did this last year. I tucked them away, and it was so much fun when I was like, oh my gosh, I have all these gift cards that I can use instead of shelling out more cash in December, the most expensive month out of the year. Now, speaking of gift cards, tip number 7 is to check the gift cards that you already have. I am so guilty for this. I have a stash of gift cards that I forget to use, or I go to the store and I'm like, oh, I left that gift card at home. So I have now popped those gift cards in my purse so that I know I'm going to have them. Also, I put it in my calendar because I have some like restaurant gift cards, and maybe it'll be a nice treat for my family and I to go to Earl's for a nice like festive dinner, or you know, I have a liquor store gift card. Maybe I can get somebody a nice bottle of wine with that. So check those gift cards and check the balances that you already have. Okay, tip number 8 is cash stuffing envelopes. I did this last year with Mirek and I, and it is so helpful. So if you don't know what that is, it means every week you tuck away money in cash, pop it in an envelope, and put it somewhere where you won't forget. So then that way at Christmas time, you have all of this cash that you've tucked away and that you're using cash to buy your Christmas purchases with, instead of putting it on your debit cards, your Visa cards. It's so easy just to tap your Apple Pay. You don't even have to think about it. And I find it's easier to spend way more out of your budget when it's brainless. However, if it's physical cash in front of you, you know what you're spending, it's easier to keep track of. What I did is I went to the dollar store and I picked up this cute little plastic caddy. And all you have to do is get some envelopes. Easy as that. And I had Ava get into this, and she put like little stickers, Christmas stickers on here. And every week, Mirek and I have a little challenge with ourselves, and we tuck away some extra money. So for an example, let's say you can put away an extra $50 a week. Well, from today, there is 11 weeks until Christmas. 74 days today is Christmas. So if you tucked away $50 a week from now until Christmas, you've saved an extra $550. Even if it's like $25, you will have an extra $275 to tuck away. Every penny counts. And actually, we have 2 savings challenges right now because we're saving up for something extra special. And speaking of that, we are saving up gift cards. So I've popped my gift cards in here. Let's see if you can guess what we're saving for. That's a big deal. That's a lot of savings. But I've popped them in here so that I won't forget what I have. I have a little tracker to remind me what we've saved, what we have in gift cards. And this is also something I do for Christmas as well. So this little section is all my Christmas gift cards. Oh gosh, it's raining gift cards. So grab yourself a little caddy from the dollar store. It'll help you keep track. Stuff those cash envelopes. Let me tell you, it adds up so quick and every penny counts. Tip number 9 is to pick up something special every time you are going out to the grocery store. Now what I mean by that is a non-negotiable that you must have. Christmas is not complete without this. So it could be a certain cereal, it could be a special hot chocolate, it could be a bag of chips, it could be a bottle of wine, it could be something special that you just have to have. And it reminds me, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember what they were called. It reminds me of the food hampers that I think it's a company, Crisco, does, that you can kind of like put money towards this certain special Christmas hamper every year, every week throughout the year. And then at Christmas time, they deliver this special box for you. I actually make my own Christmas box that I tuck away downstairs where we keep like extra food and pantry items. And every time I go to the grocery store lately, I'm picking up something special and popping it away. I love the Starbucks Cinnamon Dolce cake pods. And so they were on sale, so I picked up an extra box, popped them away. Ava has to make Rice Krispies every Christmas, and sometimes cereal is really hard to find around Christmas, or it goes on sale, so I popped that down there. I did this last year. Mira and I like to make Chex Mix. Chex cereal is really hard to find in Canada, so when I do find it, I pop it downstairs. If there's certain like mini marshmallows, or you get the gist, it's actually kind of fun because you're like, oh, I'm grabbing something for Christmas, it's almost here. And then that way, you get to go into your own Christmas box, your own Christmas hamper that you've made, and have those special items that'll make your Christmas even sweeter. Okay, tip number 10 is to start looking at the clearance items, especially at toy stores. So last year I scored a huge deal at Walmart. Ava wanted, it was like this huge special Barbie surprise, and it was like I think it was like $120. But I found it on clearance for $50, and I scored that. You can find so many great items right now on clearance. You just have to do your digging. Don't pass by those clearance shelves because you never know who you're gonna be able to check off your list. Okay, tip number 11 is to get those PC points. I know I talk about this every video, and PC, Optimum, you guys should sponsor me because I talk about you all the time. Mirik and I, my husband Mirik and I, obviously we collect our PC Optimum points, but what we do is that we save them. We bank those points. We don't use them all throughout the year, and we were so excited because we just checked the balance of our PC Optimum points, and we have so many that we use to help pay for Christmas, whether that's our groceries. If we have extra traveling to do, we know we can get our gas mileage from there. We also buy lots of gifts. You can go to Shoppers Drug Mart, you can buy gift cards. You get the gist. Bank those points, baby, wherever you live. I know that your stores will have a point system. Bank them, use it up for Christmas. Tip number 12 is to challenge yourself and have some no spend days or no spend weeks. I know that's really difficult, and what I mean by no spend is the extras. Obviously, we all have bills, we all have groceries, we have gas, we have those necessities, those non-negotiables that we all have in our life. But do you need another striped sweater, Angie? No, you don't. Do you need an extra pair of boots? Do you really need that $7 coffee from Starbucks when you can make your own pumpkin spice latte at home for much cheaper, for pennies even? So, challenge yourself to have no spend days, and then with that money, pop it in those cash envelopes. Again, every penny counts, and you'll be so happy that you've challenged yourself to this, because then in December, you can have a little sigh of relief and breathe a little easier. Tip number 13 is to shop smart. I want you to price match. I want you to compare. I want you to fill up your Amazon basket now. Don't purchase anything yet. I want you to wait for those deals. I want you to check that box to alert you when those deals come on. I want you to get coupons, and I want you to buy early. And speaking of Amazon, look what just came in the mail. It's the Amazon Holiday Dash catalog. Honestly, this makes me so happy. As a kid, do you remember the wish book, the Sears wish book? How many of us would sit there with the wish book and sit there for hours and circle every toy item that you want and dream of? So this is exactly what I'm gonna get my little one to do. And then after she goes through this list, I'm gonna send it not only to Santa, but Mommy and Daddy are also gonna fill up our basket on Amazon and wait for Amazon Prime Days, actually, which just ended, and we did score some deals. Also, Black Friday's coming up. You get the gist. Take advantage of those deals. Go through, get those coupons. Shop smart, compare, don't buy anything at full price. Okay, tip number 14 is when you do start shopping, track your spending. And I don't mean just how much you're spending. I also mean what you are buying. I am so guilty of this, but I have bought doubles of things in the past. Or I've forgotten what I've bought somebody and like, oh, they could use some extra. And then all of a sudden I find out that I've spent like $50 more on them that I didn't need to because I already had a pile of gifts for them stocked away. So make that list, track your spending, track what you have bought. Tip number 15 is to get those cashback apps. There are so many out there. Get those Chrome extensions, Rakuten, Honey. I have scored some amazing deals on there, especially with like clothes items. And it's so easy. You just click, it searches for the deals. You don't have to do the legwork. It does it for you. It does pay off. Get those extensions, get that cashback app. Tip number 16 is something I'm really getting excited about and into. I just have too much stuff. We have too much stuff. We need to declutter our home, and we've actually started to make a big dent into it. I am a huge fan of consignment. I do consignment for probably 95% of Ava's clothes. And then what money I do get from the consignment, I put towards purchasing new clothes for her. So we're going into winter. So when I do the consignment, I can buy her snowsuits with it, her boots, you get the gist. I've done it with my own clothes and purses and shoes. I stock that money away. Also, we did a huge clear out of our basement, and I have so many items that are really in good condition that I can sell. Consider having a garage sale, make some extra income, putting it on Marketplace. Just think outside of the box of how you can generate some extra money, and then you get to declutter your house, and it feels so much better to have an organized home. Tip number 17 is to start picking up baking supplies now. Now for me, I love baking at Christmas time. It makes me feel so close to my mom, and it makes me reminisce about being a kid. It's not Christmas without my homemade sugar cookies, and it's something that Ava and I love to do together now. So I know for me, flour, sugar, brown sugar, chocolate chips, Christmas sprinkles, all of that, butter. I keep talking about butter because it just is so expensive. But start stocking up on those baking supplies now, because you know the prices will go up, up, up come November and December. Tip number 18 is, speaking of homemade gifts, think outside the box and consider gifting experiences. Like, I'm gonna give you a coupon to take you out for lunch, or maybe I will give you this coupon and you can use my babysitting services. Or it's, maybe going on a group gift for teachers instead of you just having to pick up one item. That sometimes cuts down the cost. Think of different ways that you can save. Honestly, homemade gifts, something from the heart, a beautiful card with like a lovely heartfelt letter on it sometimes means more than something that you can pick up at one of those big box stores. Think outside the box. Tip number 19, if you know that you are gonna be hosting either a Christmas party, a children's Christmas party, or Christmas dinner itself, consider making it potluck. And the reason why I want you to think about that now is so that you can give your guests time to think about it and plan too. This will help share the cost of Christmas so that you don't have the bulk of it sitting on your shoulders, and everybody loves to pitch in. I think it's so much fun having potlucks and seeing how other people like to celebrate and what foods, maybe there's different cultural foods that people can bring, but share the cost of Christmas. Don't put that burden all on yourself, but also give people time to plan. All right, here we go, drum roll please. Tip number 20 is, don't compare your Christmas to other people's Christmases. Yes, I need to take that advice to heart. I need to stop looking on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest for all these like perfectly staged Christmas front porches, Christmas decor, Christmas outfits, Christmas family pictures, Christmas baking, Christmas party. It is overwhelming, and it actually really gets in my mind about, oh, I have to keep up with the Joneses, and oh my gosh, last year this was in style, but now this year I need to take down all of my decorations and buy everything new. No, you don't. If you love it, that's all that matters. I even asked my family that, okay, I was thinking about changing up the colors for my Christmas decor, and Ava looked at me like I had two heads, and she said, don't you dare. She's like, I love our Christmas decorations. And see, all I was doing was comparing myself to some people who were posting on Instagram. So I need to stop looking and remind myself about what really matters. Christmas is all about your family. It's all about your memories. It's about traditions. It's about really celebrating with those you love, and having the fanciest throw pillows really doesn't make that much difference. However, you know me, I'll probably still buy a throw pillow, but Mira, hopefully you're not listening. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video. These are 20 tips that I personally do practice every single Christmas, and I'm getting good at them, and it is helping me stick to a budget. You start early, you really will take the pressure off of yourself, and hopefully you'll have some time then to sit down and actually enjoy the most wonderful time of year. All right, friends, if there's anything that you want me to start looking out for Christmas, let me know. I love making gift guides for you. I love finding the very best products at that very best price. Last year I did like a 75 ultimate gift guide. I did gift baskets. I did gift sets, kids, last minute decor. I did Dollarama stocking stuffers, you name it. I did it. So I would love to do it again, but if there's something you really want to see or need help with, let your girl know. Okay, my friends, that is it for today's video. There's 74 days till Christmas. The most wonderful time of the year is here. I'll see you next time. Bye.